will now hear from James Wagner, President of Emory University.
Thank you. Wonderful sentiments, ladies. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to all, and thank you for your presence here today. This is a singular event, a remarkable event in the life of the town of Oxford, in the life of Emory University. You've heard Mark mention the culmination of Emory's Transforming Community project. And while it certainly led to some very specific actions, it would appear that the seeds for today and for this event were planted over a decade ago. Certainly before my time at Emory, when Emory had designated a year, set aside a year for reconciliation. It was to encourage and explore the meaning of that word, reconciliation, and all of the nuances that might apply to it. From the sciences to the humanities, from the study of the past to the planning of the future. One Emory faculty member took the challenge particularly to heart, Mark Alsman. He was then on the faculty right here at Oxford. He began a process of seeing whether it would be possible to reconcile all of the discordant strands of interpretation of several chapters of Oxford's and Emory's histories. We owe great thanks to Mark for planting those seeds of inquiry back then and for tending their growth so faithfully, so as to bring us to this day. Mark, thank you. Many of you know the wonderful role he has played. Thanks are due also, of course, to the men and women who have collaborated with Mark over the years to shine a brighter light on the shadows of the past, to dispel some of the shadows of our present. To J.P. Godfrey, whom you'll hear from shortly, special thanks. And as well to many members of the Oxford community who opened a wider sphere of dialogue and truth-telling, thanks to all of you. It is wonderful, Darcel and Cynthia, to have you here, and I speak on behalf of Emory, how wonderful it is now to include you as part of our family. Now, while the seeds of this event may have been planted a decade ago, the roots of our community, of course, reach far more deeply into America's past than a mere decade. If we were to seek to trace out those roots, we find a particular strand gripped by Georgia clay and flourishing here in Newton County as early as 1836. Indeed, earlier. It's this root that we know as slavery. We could also call it by the name of inhumanity. It was a way of life that prevented everyone involved in it from achieving the full potential of their own humanity, whether it was the enslaved whose humanity was denigrated by bondage, or it was the enslaver whose humanity was eroded by hubris and blindness. The Emory University motto draws from the book of Proverbs, in Latin, Cor prudentis positebit scientiam, which we translate as the wise heart seeks knowledge. In this 175th year of Emory's existence, we can be grateful that some wise hearts have sought knowledge, and that our own small measure of wisdom continues to enlarge our understanding. One thing that we in Emory have become more aware of is that our institutional history, like our nation's national history, offers reasons for regret as well as for pride. Indeed, some of our pride comes from knowing that we have outgrown some of the reasons for regret, perhaps. America has grown and is in many ways better and wiser than it was. Emory has grown and is in many ways better and wiser than it was. Great and positive transformations in American society and Emory's institutional life have occurred since 1836. Transformations that have taught us a fuller truth about community, about human dignity, about civil rights. We are all able to claim this truth because of Emory's commitment to the principles of inquiry, ethical engagement, and diversity. Principles that undergird Emory's strength of community, as well as our academic excellence. All of this that I've said is simply by way of prelude to say that our community is recovering from its elective amnesia and now is more acutely conscious that Emory College was founded when American society was divided over issues arising from an economy, both North and South, dependent upon chattel slavery. Emory's participation in that system is now a source of regret. And who among us would wish to return to that system as the university observes its 175th anniversary and concludes a national conference on slavery and its relationship to universities? It is important to the integrity and the health of Emory and the wholeness of Emory to make that regret public. So it was that last month, the Executive Committee of the Board of Trustees of Emory University issued the following statement, with which I will conclude my remarks. And I quote on behalf of all of Emory University. Emory acknowledges its entwinement with the institution of slavery throughout the college's early history. Emory regrets both this undeniable wrong and the university's decades of delay in acknowledging slavery's harmful legacy. As Emory University looks forward, it seeks the wisdom always to discern what is right and the courage to abide by its mission of using knowledge to serve humanity. May that always be so. Thank you.